Take it down. Most of you have been here throughout the week, but if you haven't, ball class, great class. Use as a teaching tool to do everything correctly. Reach it up over the head, extend the legs, push the heels down into the ground. Then just bring the ball forward, lift the head and shoulders, slowly roll all the way up to that seated position and use the ball to help that stretch. Curve back in from the belly button, roll all the way back down and take the ball up over the top of the head. And bring the ball forward, scoop up, lift up, warming up the body with some roll-ups this morning. Bring it back down and in and lie down. And trying to keep that motion very smooth as you go from one vertebrae to the other. And lift and stretch and curve back down. And open it over the head. And take it again, lift up, reach up, scoop up, lift up, stretch and lengthen. Curve back in. On this next one, bring the right knee up into you. Lift and extend. Then extend the leg forward and lengthen back down. Bring the ball forward, lift the left knee, bring it up, extend, lengthen forward and over the top of your head. And bring the ball forward and the right knee comes up into the chest and extend and lift and lengthen the leg. So you're looking for the control as you go down as well as going up. Bringing the left knee in up on this one. And control landing down and over the top of the head. On the next one, both knees will come up into you. You can always take a progression or a regression, meaning you can always go back to one leg at a time if you need to. And pull forward. Knees come up into the chest. Lift up. Extend, lengthen. And lower down. Take it again. So now you should have some blood flowing, warming up the muscles through the body, creating and building some heat, finding the core strength, lift, and lengthen. On the next set, keep the leg straight as you come up. Bring the right leg up with a straighter leg. Lengthen down and over the head. And bring the ball forward and lift the left leg. And lower and over the head. And bring the ball forward and lift the right leg. And lengthen. And lower. And bring it forward. This is a great place to use your exhale right there. And lengthen. Okay, the last set is both legs straight. This can also be done with one leg or two legs bent. Going to where you feel like you have the best quality of motion. Bring it forward, both legs, lift, lengthen, lower down. And bring that ball forward. Last one, all the way up. And lengthen down and lower down. Good. Bring the knees into the chest. Take the ball and place it in your lower leg. As you squeeze the ball with the legs, you'll feel some activation through the inner thigh adductor muscles, which will help make those muscles busy so they don't overwork in the front of your leg. Bring your hands above your head, squeeze the legs, activate it with the ball. Then bring the chest up and reach your hands to your feet. Lower slowly down. Come up and lift and lower and lift and adding on. Come up and lift, extend legs to a diagonal, squeeze the ball, pull the knees in and lower the shoulders, bringing the arms up. Lift the shoulders, reach, lengthen and extend the feet, lower in with the knees and then down with the shoulders. At the same time, legs and arms, squeeze and lengthen, pull in. Again, lift, squeeze, and pull in. Two more. Lift, squeeze, lower. And lift. Now I'm going to change the arms just slightly. Bring it up. Circle the arms around the sides, slowly lowering the knees in. Over the top. and around the side. Over the top and around. And again, you should be using that breathing, exhaling actively through the mouth, inhaling. Reverse the circle of the arms, side, over, around the side, and take it over, and around the side, and over, and one more. Good, and bring it here. Keep your knees at your chest, and if you need to fix the ball, fix it, placing the hands either under the pelvis or around the sides of the hips, or with a little more challenge out to the side. Legs will be extended to the ceiling. So if you need that extra support, place them underneath the hips. Draw a little circle. Once the legs start moving, notice what you're feeling from the inside out. So muscles around the belly button, supporting the muscles into the back. Try to make the circle a little bit bigger, anchoring the back down and the hips and pelvis. Squeezing actively against the ball. See if you can even go an inch or two bigger. Doesn't need to be fast. It's quality of motion over quantity. Finish the circle you're doing, stop the momentum, and reverse to the left side. As you start the circle small, go to the little details. Squeeze the ball. Notice what you're feeling in the belly. The circle around the belly button, those muscles. Initiating the movement of the legs. Take it a little bit bigger if you can, but still keeping the hips strong and stable. Even an inch bigger would make a difference. Activate the legs. Inhale through the nose. You have to multitask a lot of different things in Pilates. Lots of deep concentration. Pull the knees in. Reposition the ball so it is secure. Place your arms out to the side. Keep your knees bent, let them fall to the right. Catch them before they touch the floor, pull them back up. Take them to the left side, catch them and pull them back up. So as you're starting with the pendulum, feel that stretch across the shoulder and the chest, anchoring the opposite arm down into the floor. Come up to the top, stay here, put a little space under your knee, so it's about 90 degrees at the knee joint. Go to the right side, catch them, keep that angle as you pull back up. So this one should feel a little more difficult as the angle of your legs is a little bit longer. Feel that stretch across the chest. And bring it to the top and hold. Extend your legs as straight as you can. Now let them fall towards the right, catch them, pull back up. Over to the left side, catch, pull back up. Take it to the right side, catch, pull back up. Again, this should be your hardest one with the lever of the legs being the longest length. One more on each side. And bring it up. One more. Good. And bring the knees back up and into the chest. Reposition the ball. Take the hands behind the head. Lift the chest. Extend your legs to a diagonal. Squeeze the ball 8 times. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull the knees in and lower your shoulders. Lift your shoulders. Extend your legs and stretch. Now squeeze the ball. So you've got a little inner thigh action going on. Bring the knees in. Lower the shoulder. Lift the shoulders. The diagonal line will determine how hard this is. Higher is easier. Lower is harder. Bring those knees in. Lower the shoulders for one more time. As you extend the legs and then squeeze, you've got a really strong engagement going on in the abdominals and back. Bring the knees in and lower down. Bring the hands to the side. Put that 90-degree angle back underneath the knee and push the toes slightly forward. Engage your lower tummy, low back, and take your toes to the floor. Pull your toes up. Toes down. Now, a little bit later in class, you're going to do this move with the ball under your back. When the ball's under your back, it forces you to push downward into your back and keep your ribs closed. See if you can keep your ribs and your back anchored downward, even when the ball's in the feet. Push and pull. 2 more. push, and pull. Last one. Good. Bring the knees to the chest and secure the ball. Place your hands behind your head. Lift the chest. Extend your legs towards the ceiling. Pulling this from our series of 5, push the feet down, pull the legs up, pull the knees in, extend your legs back up, keeping the chest lifted, push the feet down to the floor, catch them, pull, hinge back up, bring your knees in, extend, push down, pull back up, and pull the knees in. I'm going to make a little change. Extend up, push towards the floor. From there, pull the knees in towards you in a circle. Extend up, push down, squeeze the ball, pull in like a circle. Extend up, push down, squeeze the ball, pull in, reverse the circle, forward. Scoop and lift, circle knees into chest. Kick forward, lift up, pull the knees into chest. Kick forward, circle up, pull the knees in, hold, lower your shoulders down and relax your head. Reaching the hands above your head, make sure you secure the ball. We're going to come up to the boat position, which is kind of like the teaser with the knees bent. With your arms over the head, scoop forward, reach forward, lift up onto your tailbone, bend your knees and squeeze the ball. Now with full control, come back down, reach the arms over your head. Bring the arms around, sit up, squeeze the ball, bent knees and hold, and lower yourself back down. Come back up, reach forward, squeeze the ball. Take the right leg on top, left leg on bottom as you roll the ball, center, switch, center, control as you come down. One more time, come up, reach forward, hold. Left leg on top, right leg underneath. Center, roll the ball so right leg is on top. Come back to center, don't collapse back down, grab hold of the ball. Roll the ball out towards your legs and stretch. Place the ball between your knees. This is another way we keep those hip flexors busy. So we squeeze inward so we can't grip on the front. Notice hip flexors are connected. They're going to be used no matter what. But if we can engage them somewhere different and really focus into the abdominals, less intense in the hip flexor. Reach forward. Squeeze the ball actively. Tailbone under. Belly button pull into back. Scoop and hollow out the abdominals. Try not to hollow the chest. Shoulders roll back. Pull the right elbow back and forward, left elbow back. As you're starting to move the arms, don't forget about the leg. So you've got to think about a lot of different things. That's why concentration is one of the principles of Pilates. Squeeze that ball. Breathing through the moves. I'm going to have you take this move faster. I want you to focus on the front arm reaching forward. So forward, forward, forward. Feel the difference as you reach forward rather than emphasizing the pull back. One more. Reach forward, hold. Lift those toes back up, squeeze the ball. Lower the toes down. Lift the toes up, squeeze the ball. Lower the toes down. Lift back up and squeeze. Take this one last time. Lift up and squeeze, hold. Good. Bring the ball out from the legs, roll it down the legs. Release the back. Sitting upright, place the ball in the small of your back. Bend your knees. Lean back into the ball and let the ball support your low back. It should feel good. So you kind of hang out there. Reach forward. Imagine a belt loop on the back side of your pants. Pull the belt loop back into the ball and then just push your belt loop up and away. So the work with the ball here is going to take your C curve a little deeper than you're typically used to going. So it's going to get pretty intense. Little faster. Pull. Push away. So when you're pushing away, that's where that abdominal work is going to be the strongest. Slow it back down. Pull in. Take the arms over your head. Bring the arms forward. Push the belt loop away. Do the same thing a little faster. Pull back. Lift. forward, push, pull, reach, forward. 2 more, pull. Again, forcing that C curve to be a little deeper than you're typically used to going. Little change on the next one. Slow down, pull the belt loop in. Reach the arms over the head. Keep them in that same position. Push the belt loop off and reach forward. So that's a pretty intense one. Pull back. Reach over the head. Now push the belt loop up and off so you don't have that help from the arms. Little faster. Pull. Reach, push off, reach forward, pull, reach up, push off, and you've got 2 more, and I'll give you a little break. Lift, push off and away 1 more time, pull back in, reach up, lift off the ball, reach forward, take a little break, sit up. Again, very intense sequence there. We're going to continue to keep the ball behind the back for support as we go into some internal oblique work. Ball, push it back, engage, and reach forward. Twist to the right, bringing the right arm up, and then when the right arm's out of the way, you can really reach that left arm across. Pull your belt loop in and push that belt loop away. So you're coming down on an angle and trying to use that arm position to really rotate the twist. Now stay up off of it and rotate more to the right and center it. Right and center it. Squeeze through that waistline. Wring out the dish towel. Put them together. Pull your belt loop back and up. Rotate right. 3 more times. Pull back. Rotate to your right. Pull your belt loop back and in. Push it away, rotate. 1 more time. Push away, rotate, and relax. Good work. Taking the ribs and lifting up off, and then push back down. Reset your ball behind your back. Give it the support, then engage the tummy. Twist to your left, left arm higher. Right arm can really reach across and get those internal obliques. Now pull the belt loop back. Push up and off of it. Pull the belt loop back. Push up and off of it. Try to be relaxed through your shoulders so you're not tensing the shoulders up. And 1 more slow. As you come up off the belt loop, rotate to your left even more. Twist. And twist. And twist. 1 more. Put them together with a little faster speed. Pull back, lift up, rotate left and center, pull back, up, rotate left and center, pull back and up, rotate, and you got 1 more to do. Take it back and push, rotate and relax. Very nice. Got 1 more sequence. We'll do 1 on each side. Placing the ball in your back, sink down into it. Reach forward, rotate to your right, right hand up, left hand across. Identify your left arm. Instead of rotating to the right, we're going to rotate to the left. Pull the left elbow back, drop the right arm, push across aggressively. Pull back, pulling the belt loop in, and then push off and lift off the belt loop. Little faster. Pull, push, pull. So you drop the right arm, push across with the left as you lift up. And push. 4, push. 3, push. 2, push. Last one, big lift and relax. Finishing up on the left side, place the ball in the back. Lean back into it with the belt loop. Reach forward and twist to your left with the left arm higher, reaching the right arm across. Right arm pulls back, left arm drops. Aggressively pushes across. Pull back, and as you come up, you want to lift your belt loop off and pull back and push. We're going to take the speed a little faster. Here we go. Pull, push, pull. Lift up off the ball. Every time you reach back across, left arm lowers and lifts. You've got 4. Push, 3, and push, and 2, And one more time right here, and relax. Very nice. Take the ball from your back, just roll it down and release your spine. Sit yourself upright. Take the legs into an more open position about the width of your mat. Not a big straddle, just a small one. Take the ball in your fingertips. Use your back to sit up. Lengthen the legs, but it's more important to have the back straight. Shoulders pull down. Twist to the right and center it. Twist slowly to your left. So I'm going to work slow here so you really go for range. Go center, twist to the right, and go to the center, and twist to your left. The details here again, another principle of Pilates. Take this a little faster. Watch the shoulders. And center. And center. So you want to feel the shoulders pulling down. As the fingertips are pulling up, you've got that oppositional stretch. Lengthening legs to wherever you feel like you can take them, but more important for the back to be straight. Take the ball in your right hand, reach out across your left leg, or say opposite, left to right. Lift up. Put the ball in your right hand, reach to your left leg with the left hand behind you, and up, out, and up. Give me some energy. Push, lengthen, dynamics, but smooth, and up. Reach, reach, reach. One more. Take the rotation twist to the right and center. Reach to your leg on this one. Lift up, other leg. Put it all together. Rotate right, center, left, reach out over the leg. Lift, one more. Keep the ball in your fingers. This time, tilt, circle, side, reverse, side, forward, side, and lift. Right, circle, left, come up one more time. Drop it towards the legs. Pull yourself around and relax your arms. Nice work. Bring your legs together. Reach out over the ends of them. Using a straight back and straight legs, lift the ball above your head. Bring it to your chest, leaning back with the back of your head so you're not curving. You're pulling back. Use your feet as an anchor. Push down, go further back. Now lift up. Reach over your legs. Lift up. Keep the back straight as you lean back and think about the feet being an anchor so you can go a little lower. And lift straight up. Push out over your legs. Lift up. Lean back. Push against the ball with your hands. Twist to the right. Center. Twist to your left. Center. Sit up. Reach out over your legs. Lift up. Lean back with a straight back. Lift. Twist to the left. Center. Twist to the right. Keep those heels down. And then let yourself be pulled up. Good. Take your legs and bend. Reach forward with the ball. Tailbone scoops under. Belly button pulls in. Ball is in the right hand. Reach up. Put it in your left hand and reach up. Again, as you're reaching up, think of the other arm. Reaching forward. Reaching forward. Two more. Reach. One more. Now stay here. Put the ball in your right hand. Open both. And center. Try to relax your hip flexors. If you need to, shake your feet. Shake your legs. Don't overgrip the hip flexors. Put it in the abdominals. Take this one more time. This time, open the arms. Hold. Take the ball up, over to the other side. I'm going to add some progression. If you want things that are harder, go to your tiptoes rather than your whole foot. Just your tiptoes. If you want this even harder, lift your tiptoes off the floor. Going from one side to the other. We're going to do one more on each side. Toss that ball up and over. Finish with it over to the right. And relax down. Good. Start to roll yourself back down onto your back. Once you're on your back, on your mat, bend your knees and place your feet against the floor. Place the feet on top of the ball And the ball is small, and it's supposed to be because it's going to force you to squeeze your knees together, which will oftentimes when we bridge the hips up, we open the knees. So this is going to force your position. Knees close together, feet on top of the ball. And again, in Pilates, we should not be in socks. We really shouldn't be in shoes, but some people have some injuries, and that's why they keep their shoes on. The nerves in your feet, just as important as all the nerves up your spine. So to feel the ball tactile underneath your feet without a barrier of a sock. Also, safety. You're going to be balancing on that ball, and I need that foot secure on that ball. Rolling the heel in, push down hard with the feet, and feel the back of the hamstring. And then just release it. Feel your feet push down in the ball and connect, and then release. And push down hard, activating the hamstrings, and release. And one more, the hamstring right behind the back of your leg. And now release. Keep your knees close together. Feel the feet against the ball, push down. Balance on the ball and lift the hips up. Keep the ball from rolling, so that's where the work's going to happen. Roll the hips down and relax your feet. Push down with your feet. Lift up with your hips, balance, squeeze the knees together, feel the feet against the ball. Lower the hips, relax your feet. Push down, squeeze the knees, lift the hips. Lower the hips, relax your feet. This one changes, push down, lift your hips. Lower the hips just a little, push back up. Lower the hips just a little, push back up. Lower it one more time, just a little, push all the way up. Lower the hips all the way to the floor, relax your hamstrings. One more time, push down. Lift the hips, lower them just a little, push them back up. Lower them just a little, push back up. Lower just a little, push all the way to the top. Lower all the way down. Relax your hamstrings. Roll the ball so that it is underneath your left leg as the left leg straightens out. The ball should be somewhere around that lower calf muscle. As you activate the left leg against the ball, feel it push down. It will then, you'll notice, activate into the pelvis. Hands, again, have an option. They can be under the hips, which gives you the most support. They can be around the hips, which is a little less support, but you can still feel what's going on in the hips. Or extended to the side where you have to really visualize and focus a lot more into your core without your hands there. Right knee comes into the chest, extends straight up to the ceiling, little circles inward. Once you get your moving leg, you need to focus on your stabilizers. Your bottom leg anchoring into the ball, your pelvis, your hips, your rib cage, your back. Try to make this circle a little bit bigger. And I don't care how fast or slow it is, it's about quality now. Feeling this from the inside out. Making sure that your bottom leg doesn't get loose or relax. Now reverse the circle outward. If you feel any rolling of the ball, stop the ball from moving. No movement, stabilizers. Bigger circles if you can, but you don't want to lose that control. And it should take a lot of abdominal strength, especially as that leg circles out and around. Finish it. Bring that knee in. Put the ball underneath your right leg now. Somewhere around the calf muscle, push down. Pull your left knee in, then extend it to the ceiling and pull your belly button down into your backbone. Start the circles inward, visualizing the muscles in the abdominals, anchoring to your back, keeping your hips still, and your bottom leg pressing down. Take this a circle a little bigger if you can. Again, you don't want the leg to pull you. You want to resist that pulling motion. Stop the circle and reverse it to the outward circle. Pushing downward, stabilizing pelvis, inhaling through the nose, exhaling out the mouth. Make the circle bigger. Deep concentration. The more you do this one, the harder it should get. Finish the circle, Bring the knee in. Roll the ball so that it's in your hands. Reach down and grab hold of it. Place the ball underneath your hips or pelvis. Now, the other day I stood up and walked around. I'm going to stay in place today, but I need you to really listen. If you have really long legs, you may need to roll the ball lower to your tailbone. If you have short legs, it can be a little higher. If you've done this before and it's easy for you, you can roll the ball into your low back, and it's going to be very challenging. Less challenging is down closer to the hips and tailbone, and you may have to change it. As you place the pelvis on the ball and you push your weight into the ball, place your hands to the floor, and you don't want your hands wide. You want them right next to you. Hands, elbows, shoulders, head, feet. Those are balance points. Remove your right foot and your left foot so that your hips are balancing on the ball. And your focus is on trying to keep the ball from moving at all. So you're going to work the little muscles around your back. You're going to work very deep stabilizer muscles in your abdominal. So this isn't like doing sit-ups. These are the ones that you engage when you're bounced around in a car, on a speedboat. You slip and fall on the ice and you have to engage. These are the ones you engage to prevent injury. Put space under your knees. Take one tiptoe at a time towards the floor, and as you pull on top of your ball. So it's not about speed or how many you can do. It's about balance. When you feel any motion in the body, no matter what you're doing or where you are in your daily activities, that you engage your center to support your pelvis and back. When you're ready, start to try both toes at the same time. You did this earlier in class, and I mentioned to you that later you're going to have a ball behind your back. Notice you can't pop your ribs up. Notice you can't arch your back. The ball forces perfect positioning. Once you're back up, stop the legs from moving and balance. Then extend the legs to the ceiling and squeeze the legs together. You did this move earlier with a ball in your lower leg. Draw a little circle. Now you're balancing on top of the ball. It might have to be a slow little circle. You should be feeling your hands and your elbows and your shoulders and your head helping you with balance, but you're engaging deep center to stay on the ball. Challenge the circle size if you can, but do not fall off. Reverse your circle. Try a few going the other direction. Start small, start slow. As you feel more confident, make the circle bigger or faster, but always smooth. So notice when you start to swing your legs, that's motion, and your inner abdominal muscles have got to engage to protect you from falling. Finish the circle you're doing. Do not fall off. Bend your knees. Place your feet against the floor. Give your back a tiny break as you just lift your hips up. Now that you know a little bit more about what you're doing, you may need to reposition the ball. This next set's going to be a little harder. So if that was easy, roll it up higher. That was difficult, try a different spot. Place your hands at the side of you, elbows, shoulders, head, feet. Remove your feet and balance on top of the ball. Thinking of our series of 5, we've already done one of our moves. One of these now is the knee pulling into the chest and extending the foot out over the floor, and then continuing to change your legs. Your legs shouldn't be up to the ceiling. It should be extending out over the floor. So this is a much more difficult move because of the length of the lever. That's why longer legs, you may need to pull your ball lower for center of gravity. It does not matter to me how slow or fast that you move the legs, just that you keep them in motion. Now reach your hands up, but not your elbows. So you're going to bend at your elbow, push your elbows into the mat, making a 90-degree angle at the elbow joint with your hands up. Notice you still have those balance points in your elbows. You may or may not need them. If you don't need them and you can keep your legs moving, reach the arms to the ceiling. So they're above the chest, not reaching towards your legs, but up to the ceiling. And now the only balance points you have besides the ball are the upper back, shoulders, and the head. The next step would be to remove the head. So bring the chin forward. Still in motion with your legs. And I love this next one, even though it's very subtle. Pull your belly button deeper and see if you can remove your shoulders. So just a deep lift. Keep the chin forward. Now we know once we're stable, movement challenges stability. So by adding more motion, by grabbing the leg at your own tempo, and maybe you don't even go there today. Maybe you're still with your hands down. Maybe you're still with your elbows down. Now, the tricky part is to slow down and not fall off as you stop the motion. Stabilize the center. Bring your knees in. Bring your hands and the elbows and the head down. And then bring your feet down and give your back a little rest by lifting up. Reposition. Hands down, elbows down, head and shoulders. Lift the feet. From your series of 5, extend one leg straight up. This is the single straight leg. Stretch, extend the other leg straight out. And then start scissoring the legs with control, with smooth, fluid motion. Not about speed or how many you can do. If you're up for the challenge, remove your hands by pushing your elbows down. Again, if you have done this with me for years, you may be ready for the challenge of putting it under your low back. Removing your elbows, reaching high, and if this is your first time, you may be all over the place and just keeping your elbows down and trying to balance. Remember, this is your class. You progress when your body is ready. Lift your head if you're ready for the next level. Stabilize the hips and the pelvis. Pull your belly button down towards the ball and lift your shoulders a little higher. And then to challenge, if you need another challenge, grab the leg, add motion, add speed on top of the stability, but do not force yourself off that ball. Without falling off, slow down your motion. Let the legs come to a stop and bring them in. Hands to the floor, elbows, head, shoulders, feet. You've got one more exercise. Reposition the ball if you want less or more challenge, or if you just need a break in your back. Put your hips on top, hands down, elbows, head, shoulders. Bring your knees in. Starting with something you're familiar with, knee into chest, leg extends. And then begin switching the legs. So muscle memory kicks in and says, I know this, we've done this already. And when and if you are ready, remove the hands, elbows down. So they can still help hold you in place. Then remove elbows if and when you're ready, and reach to the ceiling. So again, the body has done this. Head would be your next step, bringing the head up. Engaging belly button to backbone so you can lift the shoulders. This is where things change. Place your hands behind your head. So in our series of 5, the very 5th move that we typically do is called the crisscross. If you are up for that challenge, try crossing the elbow into the knee. If you are not up for the challenge, do not fall off the ball. Just hold your hands behind your head. That's a harder challenge than the hands above your chest. Progress when your body is ready. If you are rotating, we're going to just do a couple of more here. Finish the one you're doing. Try not to fall off the ball. Bring your knees in, hands down, head, shoulders, feet. Remove the ball from your back. Bring it around into your hands and reach the ball over the head as you lower your back down. You'll probably notice that your back worked pretty hard to hold the ball in place. But a lot of that work was coming, again, from that internal source that prevents you from hurting yourself when you do things like make your bed, shovel snow, whatever you might be doing. Big circle. Reach to the right, over the legs, to the left, and reverse it. Go to your left, up over the legs, and reverse it every time. Now the key here is to pull up with smooth motion, never jerky, never sloppy, never abrupt. Anchor the heels so that you can lift and finish one more. And in our abdominal series of 5, we're missing the very first move today. Bring your knees in, place the ball over the legs, and lift your chest. Tuck the chin and see if you can get your shoulders a little higher. Place the ball in your right hand, extend both legs to a diagonal, circle the ball over the head, into your left hand, bring it around and circle back into the right. Extend and lengthen, circle around and pull and contract. Extend, lengthen, and pull in and contract. And one more, extend, lengthen. This time keep it in your left hand as you just reverse the circle direction. Extend up and circle around, and extend up and circle around, and extend up and circle, and take this one last time. And circle in. Relax your torso and your head. Today we're going to take a variation of the move you just did. With the hands above your legs, lift your chest and tuck your chin forward so that the neck relaxes. Extend your legs to a diagonal, reach your arms. This is where things change. Kick your legs straight up, circle the ball behind your legs. Lower your legs, circle the ball over your head. Lift your legs, circle under the legs. Circle over as your legs drop, under as your legs lift. One more with the ball going this direction. Keep the ball in your left hand as you circle over your head with the left hand, under the legs, over the head, under the legs. And you only lower those legs where you can keep your ribs supported, your back. Last one here, circle. And bring it in and relax your head, neck, shoulders, jaw. Roll over onto one side. Using the same concept as we did on our back when our ball was under our leg, place the ball now underneath your bottom leg. So it doesn't matter. Pressing down, lower your arm and your head. Then get onto your hip and take your top leg right over the top. Now the concept we used when we were on the back was pushing down against the ball as an anchor so you can really feel the stability going on in your pelvis. So I want you to focus on your bottom leg and your pelvis. And then start lifting your top leg up and down. And I don't care how fast or slow. Feel the opposition push into the ball as you pull the top leg up and off. Notice that the ball should not move. And you also have to use abdominal strength to stabilize the pelvis muscles. Finish the leg and hold. Circle the ball or the leg forward, pushing against the ball. So same thing here, stabilizing, anchoring. Notice what you feel, especially when the leg kicks forward. So motion will challenge your stability. Now take that circle a little bigger. And as that circle size gets bigger, challenging the stability in the leg, the hips, the pelvis, the back. Finish the circle you're doing, reverse the circle to a backwards motion and start small. You never want the moves to feel sloppy or rushed. As you feel ready, make the circle a little bit bigger. So you should be feeling some active work going on in that bottom leg. A lot of activity going on in the abdominals, back, hips. Finish the circle you're doing and hold still. Swing your leg forward. Swing the leg backwards. Swing the leg forward. When we do this without the ball, when we do it with just a mat class, I always say anchor the bottom leg. And whether you hear that or not, it's that same concept. Now that you have a ball, you have to take the leg back, now lift up and over. So the next time we're in a mat class and I say anchor your bottom leg, that's going to mean a lot more to you now. Lift up and over. Lift up and over. Take this one more time. Finish with the leg going back behind you, and then bring the legs close together. Placing the ball between the two legs, and you may need to use your hand to do this. Somewhere in the lower leg, squeeze the ball actively as we go into some pike position. Lift the legs, lift the torso, lift all the way up as high as you can, and then control yourself as you lower down and lengthen out. Pull up and lift, and then control as you lengthen back down. And pull up and lift, and lengthen as you lower, and pull up and lift, and lengthen. On this next one, I'm going to have you stay up, pull up, lift, hold. Drop the legs a little and pull them back up. Lower a little and pull. Lower a little and pull. Take this one more time, lower all the way down. Take the ball from your legs, roll over onto your opposite hip. Set the ball up underneath your bottom leg. Once you feel like the leg is secured on top of the ball, lower your arm, then your head, and then when you're right on top of your hip, put the other leg on top. Pushing down actively with your bottom leg, abdominals contracting into backbone, cinching everything up from the belly to the back. Start to lift and lower your top leg. Again, I'm not going to say how fast or slow. You want to feel the oppositional push down to pull up. So again, when we do a mat class with no equipment and you feel that pressure in the bottom leg, notice how much more important it is to think about the muscles that don't move. Stop the leg and start the circles forward and around. Keep it small at first. Feeling things internally, not thinking external, not thinking about the circle, but thinking about where you're holding from the inside out. Make the circle bigger. As the circle size gets bigger, noticing what you feel through the abdominals, the hip, the obliques, maybe even the glutes or the bottom leg. Reverse the circle and start small. Are you putting a lot of pressure in the front hand? Bigger circle. Principles of Pilates: centering, concentration, control, details and precision, movement fluid and smooth, and the breath. Stop the leg, swing it forward, swing it back, swing forward, and swing back, and swing forward, and swing back. This time take a lift up and over as you push down with your bottom leg to lift the top. Push down to lift up. Push down to lift up. Push down to lift up. We're going to do one more to the front and one more to the back. Lift up and finish with the leg behind you. Now as you transition the ball, place it between the legs, and you can use your hands if you need to get the ball there. Squeeze the ball. Now go up into a pike position. So lift and lengthen and lower down. And pull up and lift. And lengthen and lower down. And pull up and lift. And lengthen down. Hold on this one at the top. Stay there. Squeeze the legs. Lower just a little. Pull up. Lower just a little. Pull up. Give me one more big lift and lengthen all the way down. Pull your knees in. Take hold of the ball. Sit yourself up onto your hips. Come over onto your tummy. Place the ball in your right hand as you lower yourself down. Reach the ball forward and relax your forehead. Take the left leg, opposition of the right. Lift your left leg up, keep the ball forward, do not lift the arm yet. Lower it down. So feel the length of your leg, extending, stretching, lifting. Now add your torso and the ball. Lift and lower. Not just the arm. You've got to lift the chest, the torso, and I want you to notice your anchoring arm, your left arm pushing down. Notice your right leg pushing down as the left leg and the right arm extend and lift up. You should have some pressure in what's holding you. The arm next to the ear, so it's not coming up by itself. You're not flinging the motion, but really engaging the low back. Give me one more. And then take the ball and place it in your left hand. Relax your forehead. Put pressure in your right hand. Start to lift the right leg. So you're extending and lifting the right leg and lower down. Try the leg again. So you've identified the leg. It's easy to identify the arm with the ball in it. Start to lift the chest. Keep the arm next to the ear. Put some pressure down into the right hand and the left thigh. As you lift your chest, keep the arm right next to the ear. So you feel that work. It's almost like doing a sit-up with your back. The back being the middle muscle that engages. A few more, very smooth, very fluid. Give me one more big lift and lower down. Bring your elbows underneath you and hold the ball with both hands. Tuck the knees under and the toes and lift the hips off. Squeeze the ball. You're in a modified plank. Squeeze actively with the hands. Rock the weight of your body forward onto your toes. Push back through your heels. Squeeze the ball actively so you're feeling muscles through the front of the shoulders and the chest. Roll back onto your heels. Roll forward onto your toes. Rock back onto your heels. One more. Rock back through, hold. Bend both knees slowly. Bring both knees up. Both knees bend slow. Both knees lift up. Take this one more time. Try not to drop the head. The ball should be in the way. And lift. Lower your hip bones. Tuck the knees under. Reach the ball forward and you are done with the work. We'll do some stretches here. Lift your hips a little and slide your left hand under with the ball in it, bringing the side of your head down. Bring the ball back through. Replace the ball into your right hand. Tuck it underneath your left with the side of your head coming down. Bring the ball back through. Come up onto your knees and place the ball into your left hand. Right hand to the side, left leg extends. Reach and stretch over. Reach out to a front diagonal. Take the arm up to the ceiling and turn your head and look up at it. Let the ball fall slightly back. So a little stretch to the shoulder. Transition to the other side. Reach up and over. Reach out to that front diagonal. Lift the ball to the ceiling, turn your head to look towards it. Let it fall slightly back behind you. Lift back up, transition up onto your feet. Take the ball in front of you, reach up. Now C-curve forward with a little bend in your knees. And lift back up. Take the right heel forward and do the same thing, but bend into your left knee. Push the hips back. collapse down toward your foot. Roll all the way up. Bring the ball over the head. Take your left heel forward. Reach forward and out and bend your right knee, pulling the hips back. And then collapse down into the leg. And roll back up. Place both feet on the floor. Place the ball in your left hand. Reach back with the right. Pull your leg up. Stretching through quadricep. Pushing the tailbone under and the pelvis forward. Nice balance. You guys step down. Switch sides. Put a little pressure in that foot if you can, resisting downward with the foot rather than upward with the hand. Good. And step down. Reach up with both hands. Tip to the right. Circle stretch forward. Around to the left and up. Reverse that stretch. Circle forward. Around and up. Place it in your right hand. Circle the whole torso. Circle the whole torso. Put it in your left hand and reverse. Now, I don't care which ball is in which hand. Take a deep breath in. You can even transfer the ball if you'd like. And exhale. And one more. Bring the ball into your chest. Exhale. Have a wonderful weekend. Thanks so much for coming today.